Arg, how are ye this morning time, pirates? I am here. It is Monday. Got up way too early. How are you doing, Alicia?
Hanging in there.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't get up early enough.
Why?
My husband, he's like, I've noticed you've been sleeping in more and more every morning. And I'm like, my alarm goes off at 7. I may snooze once or twice, but I'm up.
Yeah, but I mean, that's uh, you're sick.
I mean, there's that too. Yeah.
It's different when you're sick.
What does he want me to do? Get up at 5:30 when he gets up? No, thank you. I'm not a morning person to begin with, so
Uh,
I don't know. I'm convinced he just doesn't like anything I do.
yeah, he's definitely not been on the positive side lately, has he?
Nope.
Uh, telling you. That's why I always said I didn't have a choice. There's no choices in life.
Nope. And
Oh,
YouTube has changed things yet again. You
what are the
sign
changes?
in. Well, this is what I've noticed. So when you sign in, it has like a home page,
Uh
and then
huh.
on the left side, it'll say home, it'll say subscriptions, and it'll say something else. Now it just says home and shorts, and then it lists your subscriptions, but you can't see the videos unless you hit subscriptions. So like I have to physically hit the word subscriptions to take me to my subscriptions. Otherwise it shows you like whatever the algorithm wants to show you. If you're like on the home page. Do you know what I mean?
I guess that's what mine has always done.
I don't know. Mine normally there it would say like there's a physical like home. This one says home shorts, and then there's another section that says subscriptions and then lists your subscriptions. But there used to be like a home shorts subscriptions. It wasn't like separated. Now it's separated.
Oh, my home short subscriptions is separated now too. But I never hit. I just let the home, so I just let the algorithm tell me, and
Oh,
the algorithm still mostly tells me things I want to watch. Problem is when I hit subscriptions, the first thing that pops up at the top is the shorts, and I
even on
don't
the
like
like
that. But it doesn't have a way for me to show less. It used to have a way for you to hit on the right hand side. Now at the top of the shorts thing, it says view all. But it used to have a thing where I could put show less. So there's a view all and there's a show more, but there's no show less.
oh
They're definitely pushing the shorts. They're
well,
trying to get people to do the shorts.
I wish they would stop it.
Yeah, me too. So I'll just stick with the home.
If I wanted shorts, I'd go to TikTok.
Yeah, no, I mean I don't mind them having shorts, but I should have the option like they gave me before of saying
Right,
less shorts.
right.
That's all. They gave it to me before. There's no reason for them not to continue to give it to me. Plus, I don't understand the different platforms are for different things. Why is that a problem?
I
For
don't.
me, YouTube is long form content. Now, here's the thing just because that's me, most people are watching the shorts. You know how I know that? When I put out a short compared to when I put out a regular video, I get like 1,000 times the views
Right.
on a short than I do on the long form video. So even though we in BookTube are watching the long form videos more than everything, that is not what the general population is doing.
I I cannot like I have not mastered the shorts yet. I listen. Like I said, I made two, and I don't know how I did it.
Well, I told you how they automatically do it. If you film them this way and they're under 3 minutes, under something, I can't remember the time now. I have to look again. Then they automatically make it a short. There's no way to, on purpose, say I want this to be a short.
Well, I know that. I'm just saying, like
Oh,
I don't know how I made them. because I made them through my phone, I think, but I don't remember the steps on how I made them. If that makes sense.
Nope. I'm like, you record it, you post it. I don't understand the steps.
Well, I know one of them I added like text, and the other one I added music, but like I don't remember how I did them to make more. Yet I don't know what I would make shorts on.
Yes.
So
And that's my problem. I can't keep up with all the videos. I just can't. So I'm just doing the best I can to do as much as I can. That's all I can do. So that's what I'm doing. I do need to make a short. I have the books ordered for our next Shore Leave book club. We know which author it is and what series it's going to be, and I'm very excited. So as soon as the books get in, I will make a short about that. Announcements seem to be a really good place to do shorts. And really, shorts are really good for like little funny things or little angry things, and I don't do either of those things.
no.
Do you see what I mean? I'm not funny, and I don't like to spew anger online. So
Right.
that doesn't mean I never get angry when we're doing this, like when we're live. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I'm a human being and I experience all the emotions. But I don't record them and put them out there. Like that's not who I am. And those are the two things that shorts are really good for. And yeah, I'm neither of those things. Let's see, who do we have in chat today? We have Zwank. Howdy, Zwank. How are you today? Happy Barbie Day. Ooh, happy Meatball Day. How did you know? I've been dying for meatballs. I'm like, I need to make my meatballs. I haven't made them in a while. And happy Elvira Day. Ooh, that's fun. That's weird.
Yep.
I wonder if her birthday's in March. Otherwise, why wouldn't Elvira Day be like in the fall, like in October?
Right.
And Dharma, good morning, Dharma. I do not care for the shorts. Yeah, see, me neither. I have things to do. I don't understand the people that just sit on their phone and scroll through shorts or reels or TikTok. I don't understand that. But I'm sure those people also don't understand how I, read all the time. Zwank, Alicia, you should do shorts to help get your hours. Do shorts help with hours? They're actually separate.
Maybe.
No, they're separate. I've seen it on the thing, and your short hours have to be way longer than your.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it has to be. Let me look because
Yeah, they were. I remember last time I looked, they were separate stats. I just can't remember specifically what they were.
like when I look at it, it says like you have to have so many subs and then like valid watch hours. Oh, look, it told me that I hit 500 subscribers with all the balloons on the screen.
Yay!
That's cool. Ooh, because I now have 501. Ooh, thanks, guys.
Oh, look at that. That's so awesome.
The eligibility, it says that I made the 500 subscribers, and it says I've uploaded 3 videos within the last 90 days. So that's meets that requirement. But then it says like is you have to have those 2 things and one of the following. So either I have to have 3,000 valid public watch hours within the last 365 days, or I have to have 3 million valid public short views.
Yeah, same. So it's very different.
Within the last 90 days. So, and to answer the question of Elvira Day, it's because the March 9th is the day that the Los Angeles mayor, Tom Brady, officially proclaimed March 9th as Elvira Day in 1984.
Did you say Tom Brady?
Tom Bradley.
Oh. I'm like, what the heck does a football player have to do? Plus, he would have been like 10.
Set me into a coughing fit over that.
Sorry. Unintentional, I assure you. Awesome. All right.
I'm fine.
You're fine. You're fine. You're like, I'm not dying. I swear. I swear I'm not dying.
Nope.
Seriously, I can't yawn. I almost took a nap yesterday, but I walked the dog instead. And then as
Yeah.
soon as I went like a good, I'm like, I'm being good girl. And as soon as I was good girl, went out there and walked the dog. It had not rained all day. So as soon as I was as far away from the house as I get on my walk,
It starts to rain.
yep.
Oh, that sucks. Hopefully it was like a like sprinkling type rain, not like a torrential downpour.
Yeah, it was not a torrential downpour, but still, I was like, really, really, I'm being punished for being a good girl. I could be napping right now.
Right? Did you at least have an umbrella?
No, why the heck would I have an umbrella?
You're like, I didn't think it was gonna rain.
Yeah, and if it did, just like I did, I was like, and it's what happens. I get wet, I won't melt. So
True.
that's fine.
That's what I say. I say I can't go outside because I'm gonna melt.
No, I need the outside desperately. Let's see. And Zwank says, Kelly, you're funny. Aw, you're funny, Zwank. I am not funny. That's the joke in our family. I have no sense of humor. And Kiana joined us. Good morning, Kiana. How are you? And Kiana finally filed my taxes this past weekend. What do you mean finally? You still have months. You're way ahead of schedule.
Yeah, I mean the due date's not until April 15th, so you're good. But yay for doing taxes. I did mine as well. Not this past weekend, but
I'm hearing something. I have no idea what it is.
what's it sound like?
No idea what it is.
But what's it sound like?
I don't know. An animal?
Maybe one of the cats? Or the dogs?
Maybe. But Cora's just laying on the ground and not reacting at all, so I have no idea what I'm hearing. All right.
Maybe it's outside.
Yeah. Yeah, we filed an extension for ours. I have to, because we have to do our business ones first and then our personal. So I need to do the business ones. We have to go through our one credit card. It's the last thing that we have to do every year. So of course we put it off because we have to go through, because there's a lot of expenses we put on our personal credit card for the business because we're just not making enough money to do it on its own. And so we have to go through that credit card and put in all of those expenses as owner investment into our account. So I need to do that. And I haven't done that part yet. But once I have that, then we can finally go file our business taxes. And then our personal taxes are easy after that's filed. So we pay professional to the business taxes, but Kevin just does our personal taxes.
There you go.
Dharma says, is it a monster? Maybe, Dharma. Maybe.
I mean,
maybe. If so, Cora's useless. She's not defending me at all.
You gotta train her in monster training.
Yeah, come on now. Knowing her, she'd probably just befriend it. All I would have to do is offer her a piece of cheese, and that's it. Friends for life. She came over here. She said, you said my name? Candace says, it's late for me. I usually have my refund by now. Ah, gotcha. The good old days when all we had was one little piece of paper, so we used to do it really early too. It's all we got to do is turn this in. I mean, we don't even put our kids on, we don't claim our kids anymore, even though they both still live with us.
We used to be able to do it. Like, we had everything, and by the end of January, we were filed and done. And now it's just like, well, why are you not like sending the things quickly? And I have to wait. Don't like
to have it by they have to mail it by January 31st. It's required by law.
I know.
Believe
we
me,
have
I know.
most
It's one of the
of
things
it.
I have to do for the business.
We have most of it. It's usually just one or two piece that we don't have.
You should definitely have it by March. I would definitely call them.
Oh yeah,
Um,
no, we have everything this year because I already filed and got the refund back.
oh, I gotcha, I gotcha.
But no, like back in the day,
Mm.
we used to be able to do it like mid-January and be done. But now it's not.
I'm surprised you had all your W-2s by mid-January. Um, Spank says, Kelly, is it your conscience? I mean, maybe. I was good girl yesterday, though. I have nothing to feel guilty about at this moment. I'm sure it'll come back. I did watch John Oliver, which makes me feel guilty not watching John Oliver, the things he talks about. Because, you know what? Humans freaking suck. So,
Yes.
but yeah. All right. So
Yes.
today I will be editing. That's what came up on the spinner wheel, which makes me mad because editing came up 3 times yesterday.
Oh no.
Like, I'm so tired. Can I have a day off? And the spinner wheel said, no, you're behind. Fine.
Uh,
So I'm going to edit first and then spin the wheel again and see what happens. I'm editing right now. I finished the project yesterday that I was editing, and now I'm editing the sample pages that people sent in for the Wave Riders cruise that we're going on in April. So it is a writers cruise on the high seas. And part of the benefits to coming on this writers cruise, so it's a writers retreat, right? So we can go and we're just gonna have time to just write and relax and that kind of stuff. But they're also going to get to work with an editor. So I am doing
ooh.
sample edits before we go and sending it to them so that they can see a little bit of, what I have to say, and so that they can actually form questions and stuff. So we have something to talk about once we go on the cruise, because everyone gets a one-on-one with me. So we will sit down and talk about their work and what their plans are and all that kind of stuff. So,
Ooh, fun times.
right? Let's see. Dharma says I'm almost halfway in my rough draft. Nice, Dharma, moving right along. I did write yesterday too. Right did come up. There was a lot of work yesterday, man. I'm tired. I'm at 67,995 words. This manuscript's ending up about 10,000 words over what I was expecting. So we'll see what it ends up with once I go back and revise it. But 70,000 is still fine. It's just more than I was expecting. So, but that's all right because the last book was too thin. So I'm probably making up for that. I put out the last book too fast, which is also why I'm taking my time on this one because I want it to actually be good.
You got this?
I mean, not that the last book was bad, but it was fast, if that makes any sense. I could have
Right.
taken my time a little bit on a couple scenes. Oh. And Swank says, I'm heating up coffee, then I will do morning pages. That sounds great. All right. So it sounds like we are about ready for our first sprint. How about you, Alicia?
I'm gonna get breakfast and I'm gonna attempt to write something.
Excellent. You can
I
do
can't
it.
make guarantees, but I will try.
That's what we're here for, man. All right. Here we go. See y'all in 30. And that is our first sprint. I got through the synopsis and 6 out of 8 pages of the current edit I am doing. So I will definitely get this one done and then get to spin the spinner wheel and see what it tells me to do next. How'd you do, Alicia?
I made breakfast, had 2 different coughing fits, and wrote 183 words of something.
Hey, you got some writing in. Writing counts.
I'm
telling you, I think you
trying.
should just finish that book and then put it away and write something else. I really do.
That's the goal at this point.
Yeah. Get it done. Put it away. I have written a book. I've written 1 manuscript. Now, let's keep going.
Yep.
Nope, for sure. Emma says my cat keeps jumping up for pets. I'm trying to write, but I can't say no to her. Right? It's the hard part. That's my cat. When I was sitting down, I rolled play a game. I was like, "Oh, about time!" yesterday, and I went and I finished South of Midnight, and it's such a good story. And they have it set up like they can make this a series. So I need all of y'all to go out, please, and go play South of Midnight so that they make more, because I loved it. It was very simple.
What
This
platform
one.
is it on?
Xbox, and it's on other ones as well. I just don't remember what they all are. I just know it's Xbox for sure because that's why my son bought me a new one so I could play it on there. But I don't think it's exclusive to Xbox. Pretty sure it's on other platforms.
South of Midnight.
So good. The story is good. I played it on story mode because I'm a wimp. So in other words, I still got the fighting done because I still like to fight. But I need it possible to win. I probably could have done it 1 level harder than story mode.
This
But no
game
harder than that.
This game comes out on PS5 at the end of the month.
There you go.
Oh, man.
So good. The story in it is so good. The graphics in it are so fun. If you like Assassin's Creed, definitely get this game. It had the same kind of mechanics
Never
as
played.
Assassin's Creed. Oh my gosh, love Assassin's Creed. And actually feels very much like Assassin's Creed, where the very first game of Assassin's Creed was repetitive, though this one was not repetitive, but it was repetitive and it was pretty simple. And then by the time Assassin's Creed 2 came out, the story got way more complicated. And the action, for lack of a better word, got much, much more compelling. And this one feels like there's so much more to this, and I can't wait to read it. The mythology and the setting of this story was so fun. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I love the gameplay. I had so much fun with this game.
Is it like Fallout?
No. Nothing like Fallout.
Okay.
I
mean, I would probably play it, but I don't know Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed was totally fun. But this game, South of Midnight, you don't have to have played Assassin's Creed to play this game.
Oh.
At all. They're not connected in any way, except I really think they use the same
I'm just trying to think of games that I've played that might be similar.
Well, it's an RPG, so if you played any RPGs, like Final Fantasy or Witcher or Assassin's Creed's one of them. RPGs are my favorite games to play.
I've played Tomb Raider. Does that count?
No, that one's a puzzle game. Like
Fallout.
Zelda tends to be a puzzle game too.
I'm trying to think of other games that I've played.
There's also RPG elements to Zelda. The cutscenes were so cool. I loved it. I did not do all the collections. I did not 100% the game, but it was pretty fun.
I'll play it. I mean, I'm always looking for new games to try.
Like I said, if nothing else, the mythology in it is so cool. I just loved it. And I love storytelling in my games.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ren says, hello, everyone. Hey, Ren, good afternoon and a happy Monday to you. How has Monday treated you? I am editing so far. Like I said, I will spin the spinner wheel and see what I'm doing when I'm done with this, because I only have 2 pages left. And then I got to email it to the author. And then I will spin the wheel.
And the
That'd
next
be
sprint,
cool if I get all those done today. That would be nice. I'm sorry, next sprint?
I'll actually eat my breakfast sandwich because it's
Nice.
sitting there waiting for me. And
It says hello.
feed me, please.
Well, now I have to do Expedition 33, Project 33. Whatever that game is, my son has been dying for me to play it, so that'll be the next one I play.
I'm so behind on video games. Like people, like I know, like you've mentioned a couple of games, and people will be like, "Have you played this game?" No. What is that? How do you not know about this game? Listen, I play this game, and this game.
Yeah, it depends on what kind you like, because I mean, there's bazillion games, right? But my favorite are the RPGs. That's really the only thing I play. But I haven't like this South of Midnight was a very simple, quick game.
Yeah.
Most people could probably finish it in a weekend.
Oh,
But
gosh.
I don't play enough. Do you see
Right.
what I mean? I started this at Christmas time and I just finished it.
Gotcha.
Because I don't play enough. So Expedition 33 will probably take me the rest of the year to play.
That would be my husband. He would start a game on Monday and be done by Sunday.
Yeah, that's my son too. Yeah, he plays them very fast. But that's what he does, right? You know,
Right.
again, people see how much I read. They're like, "How do you do that?" I'm like, "Well, I don't do the other things," right? Like it's when people
There's
say they
a
don't have time to
trade-off.
read. I know when people say they don't have time to read, I'm like, "Bullshit, you're choosing not to." Which by the way is your right. I'm not judging your choice. What I'm judging is the fact that you say you don't have time to read. That I'm totally judging because that's bullshit.
Because you
You're
can
like,
make time to read.
yep. I'm like, really? How much TV did you watch yesterday? How long did you scroll on TikTok? You know, what video games did you play? How long were you at the bar drinking? Like, no, that's bullshit. You do have time.
Yep.
And again, not judging what you do with your time, just judging the fact that you say you don't have time to read, because that's a lie.
This is true.
It's a lie. You are here at a convention walking around casually. You have time. Because there are people who don't have time, right? People working 2 jobs and raising kids. There are people who don't have time for stuff. But those are not the people I'm interacting with. They're too busy working. Do you see what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
So
You
yeah.
chose to come here to this convention, so you could choose to read.
To read, yeah. So don't tell me you don't have time. It's bullshit.
But you don't. So next excuse.
Yeah, it's way more honest to say, you know, I don't read. Right? I don't read is way more honest answer. And I respect that so much more than I don't have time to read.
Yep.
Ren says getting my pages for Priory done and hopefully starting Crown of Midnight. Ooh, nice. Yes, yesterday is the first day I have missed. I did not get my pages in because I read my pages on Book of Doors. I did get all of them in, so I'm all caught up.
Yay.
Yes, so I'm ready for Wednesday. But because of getting those, prioritizing that, I did not get my Priory in. So, but it's not that many pages a day, right? So I can catch up pretty good. And I hope to finish Sword of Kaigen tonight in reading sprints. So I probably won't, but I'm at least going to get really close because I'm ready to be done with this book because I don't even see where it's going. I don't understand why it was so popular. I really don't. Especially being, you know, almost 700 pages. And I'm just like, what?
You're like, why?
I'm sorry?
Was this necessary?
Yes. Not only was this necessary, but where are you going with this? And it's got some really cool characters.
Right.
But I mean, I would have DNF'd on one sprints. I don't remember whose last night where I was like, yeah, you know, Sword of Kaigen, blah, blah, blah. And then somebody was like, yeah, I DNF'd that. And I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you.
I could see
if
why.
it hadn't been so many people's favorite books, so I needed to know why. Like I need to know why. I'm in this business. I need to know why people love books, right? Like this one was so popular. Why was it? And I would have DNF'd it after the first 100 pages.
That would have been me. If I can't tell you what's happening or what's going on in the slightest or who the characters are, I got so much time.
I mean, I can answer all of those questions right now. That's not what I mean. It's a deeper problem. It's more of a structural problem. It's not a like the characters are actually quite compelling. The characters are the best part of this. The world building makes zero sense, and that always drives me batty. And I would have stopped reading it because of the world building. after 100 pages. World building
Gotcha.
is a big issue. And so listening to more and more people saying that I DNF'd it, I'm like, it makes me think there's sister creators.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
And I was believing them about the things they liked. Sword of Kaigen was one of their favorite books. If it was not last year, it was the year before. And I think it was the year before, 2024. Loved that book. They loved like Red Rising in that series. They loved like Will of the Many in that series. And so far, Sword of Kaigen, no. Red Rising was not good. I'm going to keep reading it because I've heard it gets better as it goes along. So I already own the second one because I thrifted it. Might as well at least
Right.
read the second one. Even my husband couldn't get through Red Rising. And then not that book, the series. And I think, what you get to book 4? I think he got to book 4 and he was like, I'm good.
Ugh.
Not that it was the worst thing ever on Red Rising. Was it book 4 you got to? You did. I know you didn't because I was checking them out from the library. I know for sure you read through 3, for sure. And then I can't remember if you were through 4 or not. I could check and see which one was the last one to go to the library. But see, there's the point. He was like, no, I got way farther than that. In other words, the thing feels so freaking long, right? Because his experience is, no, I read that book. I read those like forever, which he didn't, by the way. He reads faster than I am. Jerk. Traitor. As a traitor that I do this for a living, and he reads way faster than I do. But he, so I'm gonna give it a second. But if I don't love it, why am I bothering? When we have books like Priory and Raven Scholar that I love, why would I waste my time reading these books where I'm like, there's no reason to. And so they loved that series, and they loved Empire of Silence by Christopher Rocchio, who Christopher Rocchio I love. However, the series, I DNF'd the second book. I was like, I just don't care. I just don't care. And Will of the Many was the same thing. I read the first one and I bought the second one. I'm going to give it a try. Like, I think I gave it like 3.5 stars, the first book, which is 3.5 stars is usually enough for me to continue the series. And so this one, I did get book 2 and I'm going to try book 2. But both that one and Red Rising, and Empire of Silence, all 3 of those books are really, really thick and they are in first person. So you only get one person's perspective for, 800 pages. And I'm like, I don't like this trend. This is not fun. When you have these big, rich worlds, like I feel like I was cheated in Will of the Many because there's so much in that world. It is such a rich, beautiful world. I mean, horrifying, but you know what I mean? Like interesting. There's so much going on. There's mythology and religion and magic and really cool, unique technology. And yet we get one dude's perspective and that's all we get. I need more. I need more. So I can't, it doesn't work for me. And that's my problem with all of those books. Sword of Kaigen, the characters are way better. It's more than one perspective. It's third person. It's, you know what I mean? It's a standalone, which is nice. So it's not like I have 9,000 of these books to read. That one has a different problem, but these other books, so it makes me think that sister group, I was like, our tastes do not align. So I need to not trust your taste anymore. If you love something, I'm probably not gonna. So the things you learn, right? Which is why we have so many people that we have, telling us about books, because we can find those people whose taste we kind of align with.
Right.
And then we can know which is why I try to explain even when I don't like books. It's almost more important than when I do like them. Because if the things I complain about in a book and you're like, but I like that, or, but I don't have a problem with that. Well, then that book might be fine for you. For me, I was like, yeah.
Goodbye.
So, and Book of Doors for me is average at best at this point.
Oh, wow.
Because also talk about world building not making sense. I'm telling you, man, I have problems with literary fiction doing spec fic, and that's what this feels like. And I didn't know that's what this was. I didn't know it was literary fic.
Oh, the Book of Doors.
Yes. Ugh.
It's interesting to say the least. If I wasn't reading it for book club, I don't know that I would finish it right as of right now.
I would
But
probably finish it because I'm just curious about where it ends, but I wouldn't recommend it,
right.
if that
Yeah.
makes any sense. I've already started it, but you don't have to. Let me save you.
Exactly. I will finish it for the sake of book club, but I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Exactly. Unless it has like a kick-ass ending, so we'll find out, right? Who knows?
This is true.
Yeah, if a book is fine, but it has a kick-ass ending, that goes right up in my, because it is
Yep.
readable, right? The writing's fine. There's nothing wrong
Right.
with any of that. There are fascinating characters in it, right? It's just not adding up. It's not adding up.
It's not.
Mm-mm. Let's see. Ren says, not sure if I'll get to read both today since I've got a rugby game to go to later. Ooh, rugby sounds fun. Hey,
Wow.
that's what I always talk about too, is life is about balance. So do as much fun as possible. What are they
Yeah.
watching on Saturday? Is that rugby or is that it is rugby? Okay. We've got there's a little like British expat bar. Oh, it's a brewery, sorry. In Houston. And so they always have like a lot of the British sports on. So they have rugby on early in the morning for us on Saturday. So there are people heading down there. But I have to go sell
Wow.
books at B52. So and Ren says today was a good, would have loved to ditch class today, but alas, I can't always get what I want. Exactly. Exactly. Lindsay, hey, I forgot your clock's changed. I'm here now. Yeah, I wish I could forget my clock's changed, but I can't.
I know.
My brain's telling me you just woke up. No, it's been hours now, brain. It's been hours.
Yep.
Ren finished Scythe yesterday and gave it 4.25 stars, hoping to finish the trilogy this month. Aren't there 4?
Well, it's a trilogy, but then the Gleanings book is like a companion. It's just a bunch of short stories of
Gotcha.
like the different scythes.
Okay, cool.
I've read the trilogy, just not the Gleanings.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have Thunderhead right there. It's sitting on top of that stuff, but I'm probably not going to get to it real soon, so we'll see. Ren says, I saw Blood Over Brighthaven this morning at the on-campus bookstore while I was getting a textbook for my sister. Almost got it, but trying not to buy any more books until I finish my physical TBR. That sounds fair. I will tell you, so this one, Sword of Kaigen, ML Wong, right? Not a fan. Blood Over Brighthaven, loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. One of my favorite books of last year. Loved that book. And here's the thing, Emma Wong can write. I can tell you that right now watching Sword of Kaigen, reading it. But that was indie published. I'd be willing to bet she did not have a dev editor. She definitely had a copy editor because it's clean, but she did not have a dev editor. And she did, because it was traditionally published, Blood Over Brighthaven. And I think Emma Wong with a dev editor is unstoppable. But without one, Sword of Kaigen needs so much work. It just needs so much work. It's one of those, it has so much potential, but it is not making it. So hopefully she sticks with traditional publishing, or at least sticks with the dev editor, even if she's indie publishing, so that she can keep, I say she, I'm looking up, pronouns are hard. I couldn't figure out where Emma Wong is keeping very quiet. They're definitely protecting their privacy. But because I looked up, because I'm always curious about authors too, right? And it was very hard to find any concrete information about them. But yeah, they definitely right. You could see it in Sword of Kaigen. Just look, man, editors, we exist for a reason. We definitely are important in this process. And Ren says, my physical TBR is about 23 books.
Oh, that's cute.
How dare you show how unresponsible we are, Ren? Ren, do you think the new Ravenscolor book is coming this year? I feel like it's coming in 2027. I also feel like it's coming in 2027, which I am, even though I don't like waiting, I am happy for, because when you rush them out, they're not as good. And that first book was so dang good. And I promise you that took her years to organize. Years. So I'm hoping that she takes her time with the second book and makes sure that is just as good as that first one. So I do not mind waiting another year. I do not mind waiting 2 years to get a
Wow.
nice another long, right? 700 pages almost book that is as intricately plotted as that first one. I'm okay with that. I will be patient for that.
Dude, if the second book is anything like the first book, then whew.
Yeah, exactly. Ren, also, have you guys seen the cover reveals for R.F. Kuang's Taipei story? I like the US cover more, but I also like the simplicity of the UK covers. I have not. I'll tell you, man, huge R.F. Kuang fan.
I think I have her book, what is it, Yellow Face, from the library. I need to read that so I can return it.
That one was it was funny because that one wasn't my favorite because that one was just like yep, that's publishing. There was nothing revelatory in that book at all.
Let's see.
All right, what am I looking at now? Oh, the only way I really know how to know the covers is to go to Barnes & Noble.
What's the book called?
Taipei. R.F.
Kuang.
All right, so here is the American. I like the colors in the American. Taipei Story, it's called. Sorry. And then let's go to Waterstones.
Taipei Story. Barnes & Noble doesn't have the cover.
Mine does.
Oh, there it is. Interesting.
And then if you go to Waterstones, you can see. Oh, I like the American cover better.
Waterstones.
Yeah, I like the American cover better. Much better, actually. That flip in between the two of them. Oh yeah, I definitely like the American one. When does this come out? R.F. Kuang has become a auto buy for me. I've read everything by her except the Poppy Wars. I have to read that trilogy, but I've read all of her standalones. August comes out in August. Sweet. 368. Wow, that's short for her. It's about the same as Yellowstone was.
I don't see this one.
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to find the Waterstones version.
I just put in waterstones.com and then put in Taipei Story. And it popped right up.
Oh. Well, it wouldn't come for me.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, I like the American better. Which one did Ren say that they like better? Let's see.
I mean, Waterstones has nice sprayed edges.
Yeah, Ren likes the US cover more too. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I like ours. It's so interesting to see like the different, even though it's the same story, they do different covers for different countries.
I would say it's smart to do different covers, like they'll do different titles too for different cultures, but I don't see how that reflects our cultures differently. But I always like movement on covers, and the US one has movement where the UK one is very static.
Yeah.
So I do like that more. It doesn't really matter though. R.F. Kuang's already proven herself to me. I will buy her books.
She's one. I haven't read anything by her yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love it. The problem is she's I know a lot of people who loved Babel and didn't like Catabasis, right? I actually like Catabasis better, but I'm also older. Babel also did not make me cry. I know it devastated some people, but to me it was very obvious where it was going. I still quite enjoyed the journey though. And I really like her voice. So you can definitely tell she's an academic. You can tell she has lived in multiple cultures. You can tell where she's coming from is so unique that when she tells a story, it's a perspective that I very much appreciate. But if you've spent any time in the academic world whatsoever, you will understand Catabasis on a whole different level. But if you haven't spent any time in academia, then I can understand why that completely It's
Right.
also I respect her because she writes what she knows, and it doesn't matter if it's popular or not. And I have a lot of respect for that. Like I said, Yellowface was like, "Yep, that's publishing," because she knows that too, right? So it's just very. But Yellowface is different than anything else she's written.
Yeah, I remember you saying that like everything you've read so far, everything is like completely different. There's no like theme to all of her writing. Everything is like its own book.
Yep. Except hugely flawed people make very interesting stories. Is that a theme?
I
It's
have
like
no idea.
it's like she is. Remember, I said I hate literary authors who then try to do spec fic. She's the only one I have read so far who really does write like a literary author, but she rocks the spec fic.
Yeah.
And it might be because she started with Poppy Wars. So my guess is that she is a big fantasy fan reader. Betcha. So I'm that's my guess. Ren says, "Hey, Lindsay also forgot about the time change." Lindsay says, "I'm thinking Book of Doors is 3 or 3.5 stars for me." Same, Lindsay. I'm leaning towards 3 stars, but we'll see how the ending goes. That could drop it down or raise it up. Lindsay, however, the author of Book of Doors is originally from my town. Oh, that's cool. How fun is that?
Wow.
Zwank says, "I'm enjoying the Book of Doors." Good, 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 good. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I'm not hating it. I'm just not loving it. So,
Yeah.
And I only recommend books I love. Lindsay, our clocks don't change to the end of the month.
Fair enough.
It's a whole
Weird.
it's so weird. Jean says, "Good morning, Kelly and Alicia. I didn't get to bed till 5 a.m. and now I feel like it's yeah. Yeah, you would. Were you up all night with Coda? Is that what happened? Zwank says, "My cat Salem doesn't understand daylight savings. He's used to me getting up at 7 a.m., so he wakes me up at 6 a.m. That's right. My alarm still went off at 6 a.m., so 5 a.m. is what it is. And I've gotten smart. I keep my phone on my desk away from my bed, so I have to actually get up and turn it off. And once I'm up, I'm up. So I have forced myself to get up on time.
I am not one of those people. It doesn't matter how far I put the alarm or the phone away from the bed. I'll get up, turn it off, and go right back to bed.
Nope, I'm up. There's no point. I feel worse if I go back to bed. Now, I'm good at napping. I can nap later, right? But I can't go back to bed once I'm up. And Vanessa joined us. Hello, Vanessa. Good to see you. Sorry, we're a little chatty today. It's Monday. Vanessa says, "Morning Pirates." By the way, every time we're chatty, I just say, "Oh, it's Tuesday. It's Thursday." It doesn't matter what day.
We just take the time we need.
Look, I worked all weekend, so I'm tired, right? It doesn't feel like the rested weekend. You know what I mean? Like I worked all weekend and my brain is so tired. And I swear to God, if that spinner wheel comes out editing again, I'm going to stab it. Ren says, "Get on my level, ladies. Buy books when you run out of them." Yeah, it's never going to happen. Vanessa, morning, Zwank. Jean, daylight savings time mixes with so much, but I think this is more truth-based. Oh, tooth-based. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, tooth pain, that will end your world. Nothing matters but that tooth pain when you're in it. I feel you. Ren says, "Hey to Vanessa." Vanessa says, "Hi to Ren." Vanessa, Jean, oof, tooth issues are no fun. No. Vanessa, "I'm almost to our Book of Doors goal for this week. Yay! I'm proud of myself for keeping up. Please clap." I'm clapping. See? Good job. Good job. Yeah, I caught up yesterday, so I am set, ready for Wednesday. Vanessa says, "To be clear, I'm a fast reader, but I haven't prioritized reading in years." So that's the clappy bit. Yes, that I understand. So I'm glad you're with us. I'm glad you're with us. We're being good influencers. We're influencing people to read. Ren, it comes out in September. Yep, I saw that. Yeah, it looks good. I'm going to have to, I don't know if I'm going to put on pre-order because I really like, I need to make it one of my buying things. But like on my legal thing. I did do my Barnes & Noble chip and got my $5 and I'm very excited about them. 2 of them I already have on a reading list for this year, so I had to read them. Why did my chat go away? Stop it. Like it literally went white. Ren says maybe it comes. No. Oh, no, it's in August. You're right. It said August. And we did start with a hardback release. Sorry, Ren. You're right. You're right. It said August. I love the Poppy War trilogy. Still my favorite books of all time. Nice. I do need to read them. They are definitely on my list. Like I said, R.F. Kuang, I adore her. Adore her writing. I don't know anything about her much. Jean, when you say academia, do you mean as a student or a teacher? Me, student. Yeah, no, it was student for a long time. That was really where my future was. But then I ran away and joined the Navy and got married and had kids. And then that's my future. But then I went back to school later too when my kids were small. So no, academia it's really where I belong. I understand it intimately and spent a lot of years in it, but as a student. Though if I'd stayed in it, if I had not run away to the Navy, if I'd stayed in it, I would have been a professor. That was where I was going. And Zwank has all of the pirate symbols. I love that. Arg. Jean says all of her characters are flawed for sure. That's why they're actual characters, by the way. That's what makes an actual character. Jean, nope. I'm listening to an audiobook arc called Dark Rooms and enjoying it. Very cool. And the Nerdy Entrepreneur, hello. We haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Yes, South of Midnight is an important game. The team did such a good job. It was so good. Oh my gosh, I love that game. I might play it again at the next higher level because I think I can do it one higher level and then do more of the collecting. So like I said, I didn't collect all of the things. So I did not complete it to 100%, but I did complete the full story. And they better make another one. I want the next one. Vanessa says every day is chatty day. Sometimes. One says, Kelly, are you going to be reading the new ACOTAR books or is ACOTAR one of your shit list series? Neither. It's not on my shit list, but I've never even touched them. So will I read them someday? Maybe. Am I avoiding them on purpose? No. Am I anxious that I must read them? Also, no. They just exist. So we'll see. We'll see. If I find like the first book thrifted somewhere, then it'll move up in my priority list. Which, by the way, Ren, is why I own so many physical books, because the more physical books I own, the more I read. Isn't that weird? But that's how my brain works.
That's not how my brain works, because I have a shit ton of books and I have not been able to read shit in like the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how my brain works, because now it's on my to-do list and it's sitting behind me saying, read me. And I'm like, yes, I want to. So I do. And Jean says, I cracked a tooth eating popcorn on Friday. They were able to remove the corner of the tooth and fill it in. Fingers crossed, no root canal. Oh, let's hope they got it good. Let's hope they cleaned it out nicely before the filling. Popcorn is always the enemy. Yes, popcorn, definitely. Popcorn and pregnancy. I cracked a tooth with each pregnancy. Good thing I only had 2 kids, or I'd have no teeth. Jean says, I have no desire to read ACOTAR. Yeah, I'm like, eh. And
I
Swank's
have
like, oh,
them.
Popcorn. Swank's like, I'm gonna need some popcorn now.
I know,
No, that was a cautionary tale, Swank, not an encouragement tale.
Yep.
Vanessa says, same, Jean. I'm assuming about ACOTAR, yeah. Ren says, I'm with you, Alicia, but I tend to want to read everything I don't own and nothing I do own.
Yes. Yep. And like with ACOTAR and all them, so apparently there's an order to which you should be reading them. I did not know this order before going into anything Sarah J. Maas. And I read Crescent City first. Apparently that's a no-no. I should have started with Throne of Glass and then done ACOTAR and then done Crescent City. So I went backwards.
I prefer publication order when I'm reading books. So most of those things where they give you all these orders and how to read them, I much prefer publication order.
One of my friends just sent me a video saying that if you haven't, like, if you're not up to par or up to date with where everybody else is with those series, because they just announced 6 and 7 of ACOTAR, they're saying now to, like, read, I think, the first 3 of ACOTAR, then read all of Throne of Glass, and then go back to 4 and 5 of ACOTAR, and then read Crescent City.
See, this sounds like schoolwork to me.
Listen, I have all of ACOTAR, so I'll probably just read all of ACOTAR, and I only have the first 3 of Throne of Glass, so I will read those and see where I'm at in terms of the new releases.
Because I'm afraid I won't like Throne of Glass. because she wrote that as a teenager, and I'm not much into teenager writings. That's why Aragon didn't work for me. Aragon was fine, but it was just
I never read that one.
fine. And
I think I
I'm
might have that one.
it's fine.
Right.
I think for a young reader, like give your son 3 years, give him
Yeah.
Aragon, right? For that, heck yeah. Hands down, young readers, Aragon is great. Again, I am no longer a young reader, so a lot of those just don't work for me.
I think that's
But
my
again, I would
problem
remember I was
too.
saying earlier I wouldn't recommend Book of Doors, but I'm not DNFing it. For Aragon,
Right.
I do recommend it, but I recommend it for young readers.
Right.
So,
Yep.
Mhm.
That's kind of why I'm like going through my library, and I did some shifting this past weekend, and I pulled out 7, 8 books because I pulled out the 2 that you were telling me about. So I pulled those, The Eyes Like Stars and its sequel.
yeah,
I
you can
pulled those out.
get
And
rid of
then
those.
I also pulled out the Game of Thrones. Because to be honest, I don't like I've had it on my shelves this long and I haven't read it. At this point, I could probably just watch the TV show and be fine. Because as much as I would like to compare the books to the show, I know that the end of the show is not going to be the same because he, like you said, he's never going to finish the series. So why am I holding on to these if I'm not going to read them? So
Plus, if I'm going to read a dark fantasy with an author that actually finishes stuff, it's Joe Abercrombie. So that's the only dark one I need. I don't need too much dark in my life because, I already lean towards that. I hate all you people. So I have to avoid that kind of stuff. So I don't need to hone in on it. Right. So,
and I have so much more to read. So
yeah. Yep.
I don't mind getting rid of stuff. I have to weed out my stuff anyway because a lot of my stuff is YA. I'm not of the age where YA is a thing, so
Yeah.
I'll
That's what I
read what I
noticed when I
can.
looked, because Alicia sent me pictures of her shelves so we could see what books we had in common for
Yeah.
100 pages or 100 series. Yep, 100 pages.
I
book club.
love when you were like, "Ooh, it's like a treasure hunt."
I know, it was so much fun. I was like, "Ooh, what do you have?" And that's what I noticed, that you've got a ton of YA.
It's because I never updated my shelves as I went because I
Mhm.
wasn't like I have a lot that I have not read. That's why I said when like Ren was like, "Oh, my physical TBR is 23 books," and I was like, "Oh, that's cute," because I wish I had 23 books as a physical TBR.
I
My
don't, but I
physical
would be happy with like 150 where I have like 400, but 150 would be really nice.
even with yours, I'd be like, "Oh, that's cute," because you know how they say if you have 1,000 books, then it's considered a library. I have that in just unread TBR, so it's just like.
By the way, someone just like made that up. There's nothing official about that.
I know.
I think that's so funny. It's another thing that we all believe, and it doesn't mean anything at all.
I know.
You can have 2 books, and that's your library. It's fine. And Jean says, I'm actually very indifferent to ACOTAR. Yeah, I think I might be also, Jean. But again, if I see it thrifted, I probably would buy it.
Yeah.
Jean says, I read the first Crescent City, enjoyed it, but it didn't make me want to read more. Yep, I understand that too. Ren says, I feel like just read the whole of whatever series you're on. I'm only heard of Crossover and Crescent City 2 and 3 and the ACOTAR series. Yeah, exactly. Just read whatever series you're on. I agree, Ren.
And I agree because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, you can't read the second and third Crescent City without reading ACOTAR." But to be honest, I've read all 3 Crescent City, and until I read ACOTAR, that one little like paragraph towards the end of book 2 where it claims it has a crossover, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
You could read them in any order.
Ren says, oddly enough, I think Throne of Glass book 1 read better than the ACOTAR series. Interesting. Hopefully it holds the same throughout the series. Vanessa, I almost forgot that I have an arc to read this month. Just put it on my phone to read. Oops. Yeah, I have 2 arcs. One's already late, but I will read them, but I've got priorities. Yeah, I shared that already. We've seen this before. Vanessa says Alicia's a book buying hero. Ren says I'll be reading Joe for the first time probably next month because I need to get through the first Law trilogy.
I mean,
Yeah, it's really good. I will have to say though, I'm so plot driven. The first book, The Blade itself. I was like, dude, where's the plot? Like, there's no plot in that first book. But the characters were so compelling. I couldn't stop reading it. And I was like, that's fine. I'll just read this book and not read anymore. And because I need a plot with Fantasy Man. That's one of those things I have to have. That's part of my problem with Sword of Kaigen. I'm like, where's the plot? Anyway, but the characters are just so cool. And they did things that I wouldn't do. Like, I wouldn't write about. Like that. So I like that too, right? It gives me a different experience.
right.
And expands my writing too, right? It's like I need to read characters that aren't just me, and of course I do, but yet I don't, right? And so reading it helps me expand that. So I was like, this is really fun. This is a really good study in how to write third person. By the way, thank you very much, and make it very intimate. It is very intimate. The chapters, you don't have to tell me what perspective we're in because you can feel it the way he writes it. You know which character's perspective you're in as soon as you start reading that chapter. It's really, really gifted writing. And so I had a really good time with it. And I'm like, but I'm just going to read the first one. I need a plot. This isn't enough for me, right? And I got to the ending and I realized the whole first book is putting the team together. And then the plot is the second book. I'm like, fuck. So I picked up the second book and I became a fan. I just became a fan of Joe Abercrombie. He knows what he's doing. So I only read the first trilogy though, and then I found out there's way more like within that same world. So I put all of that back on my TBR so I can read the rest of the stuff. But highly recommend. I think you're really gonna like it, Ren. Swank says people are too capricious for me. Yeah, exactly. Swank, haven't read any of the series you're talking about. Oh my gosh, Swank, we have some list for you. And Ren says, I gravitate towards ebooks and audiobooks, so my physical books are 95% trophy books and 5% books I bought on sale. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, physical is my favorite way to read, but I definitely read the other two ways too.
I definitely have some trophies.
Zapho's all ebook.
All ebook. If I can't carry it around on my iPad, then I don't want it.
Though he has been listening to the audiobooks of Dungeon Crawler Carl. He read them all first though. And so now he's getting listening to the ebooks. And Ren and somewhere in there is gifted books as well. Yeah. Yep. Jean, I have a theory that the more successful an author is, the amount of editing goes down in traditional publishing. That's not just a theory, Jean. That's exactly how it works. Editing is more expensive than any other part of the process. So if the books are going to sell anyways, why spend money on that? And Vanessa says, Zapho smooches. We're going to go to Multiverse and kiss. And Vanessa, you're going to have to say, Zapho smooshes. Jean says, just realized that I mixed Joe Hill and Abercrombie. They are not the same. They are not the same person. Definitely not. All right. Though they both write pretty graphically horrific things. So, don't think you've read Abercrombie. Highly recommend. At least try Blade itself. And if that's not for you, then Joe's not for you. But if it is, I would recommend. Vanessa says, don't even joke. I will do that. I'm expecting it now.
I can see it. I can see her doing it. Yep.
It's part of the deal. Sorry. Vanessa says, they do resemble each other, Jean. Ren says, oh my God, Jean, that means these new ACOTAR books will be huge. God save me. Yeah. Vanessa, like physically. Like physically. Now I'm going to have to look up Joe Hill and Joe Abercrombie. Let's face it, though. A lot of these, white guy authors do look alike, though. It's kind of a thing. All right. We're only on our second sprint. We might just do 2 today. Sorry, guys. It's Monday. I have a lot to do. So, see, I have so much to do. I procrastinated by talking because I love you guys. So this was more fun today. Jean says, I really like Joe Hill. I almost bought King of Sorrow, but then I saw how thick it was when I went to Barnes & Noble. I was like, maybe later. I want to kind of read Nosferatu first. So tell me, Gene, if you've read both of those, which one should I read first for Joe Hill? Because I've not read Joe Hill yet. And Vanessa says, I love Joe Hill. And Jean says, you need to go to the gym, Ren. What's at the gym? Oh, because they're huge. Sorry, you need to go to the gym to lift the books. There you go. I got you. Vanessa, Google Books has King of Sorrow on sale for $2. Yeah, but is that like... It might be on sale. Well, you know what? It has to be at least $2 on Amazon then, because they match all the prices. Oh, maybe I'll just go buy it right now. Look what you've done, Vanessa. Look what you've done. Because ebooks is a lot thinner than that big old physical.
Oh my gosh.
That is the benefit to ebooks over physical, right? You don't have to go to the gym to read them. Oh, Ren says tomorrow I start lifting weights in preparation. Vanessa said Nosferatu was great. Haven't read King of Sorrow yet, obs. Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go. Vanessa says, you're welcome. That's $2. I'm gonna go right now. All right. So second, but it shall be our final sprint because your sandwich, you're gonna have to go warm it up again.
I know. I'm waiting so that I can go heat up my breakfast sandwich. That is now. I mean, this is cold. That's gonna taste horrible if I eat it.
No, Vanessa said, let's bring King of Sorrow for book club. Yes, but Alicia doesn't own King of Sorrow. We're trying. We're trying. Even though she bought Priory, that's not my fault.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't buy anything.
It's not my fault. Not my fault. I told you not to do it.
And I still have to get caught up.
Jean, I only read Horns and something else that I can't remember. I have Nosferatu if you want to buddy read. I mean, that could be fun. But I think King of Sorrow might be a better buddy read. Is Nosferatu really long too? Yeah, it's $2. What, Nosferatu also? Shit, am I buying 2 books? All right, I'm starting the sprint before y'all get me in trouble. All right, here we go. I'll see y'all in 30. And that is it for us today. I finished the edit on that sample for Wave Riders, and the spinner wheel apparently knew it was being very bad, making me edit too much, and it chose read physically next. So yay! I'm
There
gonna
you
grab something
go.
to eat first, and then I'm going to read my pages from yesterday for Priory of the Orange Tree. So yay! How'd you do, Alicia?
I wrote about 165 words, and then I went on Discord, and I was trying to find a picture because I have a diamond painting section, and I was gonna post this picture of one of my completed ones, and I can't find it on my phone.
Uh-oh.
So I spent probably about half that sprint looking for this
Looking
damn
for it?
photo, and I still haven't found it.
I don't know. I'm ready to eat my I want an avocado turkey sandwich, and I'm very much looking forward to it.
That sounds good.
Right? And I had that's what I had yesterday. It's what I'll have this week probably. There's usually like one dish I really want for a whole week, and then I switch it up the next week. So my kids make fun of me because I can't eat the same thing over and over again. And I'm like, I can for like a week. Then you got to give me something else. I cannot eat the same thing over and over again. But it's not like every single day I must have new exotic things to eat. You know what I mean? So, yep. But your schedule of meals, Alicia, there's no way I could stick with that. No way. No way.
Oh yeah, I do it. I do that because it allows me to put in different things and I can try new things. But
Mhm.
at the same time, like I don't really want to put much thought into what I'm making for dinner. And I've gone the route of, hey guys, what should we make for dinner? And they go, I don't know. And then whatever you decide to make. And I'm like, you
Yeah.
are not helpful. So I was like, Monday is chicken, Tuesday is tacos, Wednesday is leftovers, and then start over.
Yeah, no, I mean, routine, it makes sense to me. It's just my brain hates it. So it's really hard for me to actually establish one. And in order for me to do something, it needs to be like novel and interesting. So that's what I had to do for dinners all the time. It was we had very few things that were something I cooked all the time, but there were some. But there were also things where I would cook it a lot for like a year. We would have it like, every 2 weeks, and then I wouldn't cook it ever again. Like, I just made sloppy joes the other day because we make them homemade, and I hadn't made them in months. So, just things like that. I haven't made homemade pizza in a while just because I've not had time, and it doesn't actually take that long.
Well, see, for us, pizza is usually Fridays. Like we do pizza night, but like lately here, I just like if I eat another slice of pizza, I might throw up. I need to like get something else. So I'm just like, can we do something else, please?
Time to order Chinese.
That's what I'm thinking.
We've been doing that every Monday, and I don't know if I want to do that again because the little Chinese place here, you can get the rice and the main dish with lots of
Right.
vegetables, which makes me so happy, and soup and an egg roll for $11.25.
Ooh, that's not bad.
I know.
Not
So
bad
we've
at
been
all.
doing that. I'm like, I couldn't make it for this much. You know what I mean? And I like getting all the vegetables. So I always because I could just get General Tso's chicken, but I always choose one that has lots of vegetables. So
I cannot find.
you're like, it's gone.
I'm beginning to feel like it is.
Let's see. And I did buy King Sorrow. It's King Sorrow, not King of Sorrow. I thought it was King of Sorrow also. I had it
Oh.
wrong. So when I searched on Goodreads, so even after I bought it, I searched on Goodreads to add it to my ebook list.
Right.
And I'm like, King of Sorrow, can't find it. What do you mean you can't find it? And I went back and looked like King Sorrow. I'm like, oh, oops. King Sorrow. It looks really interesting though. So I'm fascinated by it. And Jean says, I only read Horns and something else that I can't remember. I have Nosferatu if you want to buddy read it. Yeah, Nosferatu was not on sale for $2, so I did not buy that one. But we will keep it. That one, Nosferatu, is actually longer than King Sorrow. I thought King Sorrow was the big one. I mean, it's still big. It's almost 900 pages, but Nosferatu is 1,000 pages.
It's like it doesn't exist. I know I have this photo. It's gonna bother me until I find it, and or I just go and take a new picture of it.
New picture. Yeah, that might be faster. Jean says that you only read Horns. By the way, Horns, I've not read it, but I did watch the movie. I did not know that was Joe Hill. I mean, I did now, but I didn't when I watched it. Vanessa says Heart Shaped Box was really good too. Oh, Vanessa says the $2 was for Alicia buying. Alicia doesn't read ebooks.
I don't have ebooks. I don't have an e-reader.
So
that's why all of my stuff is physical, because I buy the books. I don't have an e-reader.
See, you can save money if you buy that e-reader.
Probably.
Jean says Nosferatu is really long. Yep, that's what I just saw. Swing says, I read Nosferatu a couple years ago. I can't remember anything about it for some reason. It went in and then went totally out. That's so funny. Vanessa says, but Google Books does have a thing where you can bundle Joe Hill books together, and a few are like 99 cents. Oh, cool. Nerdy Entrepreneur says, stiff upper lip UK. And Alicia, antibiotics taken, only 2 doses left. All right, almost done, Alicia, almost done.
Tonight and tomorrow morning. Last 2.
Nice. Yeah, the Nerdy Entrepreneur says, yes, spent years in academia. Yep, for sure. And you can see that with the R.F. Kuang stuff. So if you know, you know.
Yep.
And plus the next one, so I just read the thing about Taipei. Like, I didn't know it was about, I just put it on want to read because it's R.F. Kuang. And Taipei, it's under 300 too. I love how she does these books, these huge things, these little ones, these huge ones, these little ones. And it's about a Chinese American who goes to Taipei for an intensive language lesson in Chinese. And so it's kind of that, connection, disconnected, not really part of one world, but not part of the other one either.
Gotcha.
And all these, and that's she, because she's Chinese American, R.F. Kuang, but she was raised in Dallas. So do you see what I mean? So I think this is I'd be willing to bet it's a very personal story for her. So I very much look forward to reading that.
Yeah.
Vanessa said, spending this entire sprint downloading the books from Google Play and converting them to EPUB so I can read them on my ebook reader on my phone. What a pain in the ass. Yeah, which is why I'm sorry. I know Amazon's big evil, but without Amazon, I also wouldn't have a business. So, we're balancing, and I do just use Kindle. It's just easier. I buy my books everywhere. I support indie all the time. But when it comes to ebooks, it's just Kindle. Vanessa said, and I haven't installed Calibre on this machine since we replaced the HD sigh. I'm sorry. Vanessa's still working on converting files. I love Calibre so much. Yeah, I stopped using that years ago too. Zwank, that was only the second sprint. I know, but we're done. Sorry, man. We ran late today. I can't. I got 1,000 things to do. Vanessa, we talked through the other sprint time apparently. Yeah, we did. Totally did. We haven't done that in weeks, so I'm so sorry. Apparently it was necessary. It's been weeks.
Yep.
Ren says, made it to page 249 of 804. Thanks for sprints, Kelly and Alicia. Nicely done. I will make it halfway to that. Probably around 220, I think. Whatever the next. What's the next? I'll make it to at least the next one today. 225. Yep. See, I'm good at guessing. So I will at least make that today. And if Read Physical comes up again, I'll read the last of it. But tonight I'm reading Sword of Kaigen, so I got to get that done.
Yeah, so I've got to get to that part to page 220 or 251 for today, which means I'm going to be reading that many pages.
Do it. Ren says an avocado turkey sandwich sounds amazing. Yeah, I had one yesterday with red onion too, so you just get that extra.
Ooh.
Tomb Raider. Good morning, Kelly Cal. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Mel Melly. How are you today?
Good morning. I was in her sprints for the first time yesterday.
Oh, how fun. I missed your sprint. See, I don't like this new YouTube thing. I don't like it at all.
She's part of the, what is it, March Madness or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah, which is great, but like I said, it's just all these people that I subscribe to. It would say that, who was scrolling at, or who was live at the top. And I can't, I hate it. I hate it.
I don't like it either.
Most changes are just annoying. This one is actually detrimental to the way I use YouTube. Ren says avocados are also a winter fruit here, so they are about to be really good. Ooh, yummy.
Ooh.
They grow them about year round in California here. And then if you can't get good ones from California, they just come up from Mexico. So we've got avocados year round around here.
My ears keep popping.
Oh, I'm sorry. Or yay, it's moving, man. Move and get out. Here's your eviction notice.
Get out.
Ren says, hey to Mel. Swing says, Vanessa, I see. And Tomb Raider says, Ren. Jean, I bought King Sorrow for $2. Yep, me too. Maybe we do King Sorrow. If only you did e-readers. You know you can read it on your computer, right?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
No.
You can read on your computer. So we could do it as a buddy read. We could make this one of the selections. I really think the long books work for selections. Like this one's fine, the shorter book, but I think the longer books are going to work better for 100 pages.
Yeah.
Vanessa says, I also got a bunch of the 99 Joe Hill books too. Nice. Vanessa's going to have a Joe Hill summer.
There you go.
Lindsay just made a birthday card for my brother-in-law as I'm seeing my sister this week. Oh, yay. Now just to buy him a present. Vanessa, you have a phone. Yeah, it's hard to read on my phone too. I do that. I will do that if I'm desperate and waiting in line somewhere and didn't bring my Kindle. But it's hard to read on my phone.
It is. That's why I don't do it.
Yeah. Vanessa says, I use Kudo. Awesome. And Mel says, an e-reader definitely saves you money as you can utilize your library easier and it is also easier on the eyes for sure. Yeah, I agree on all of the above. And Jean says, I have arthritis in my hand, so e-reader means I can still read long books. I have both on Kobo and Kindle. Yeah. And also when I'm laying in my bed, I don't want the physical book. I always read before I go to bed. So for that, I always use my whatever I'm reading on my ebook, that's what I always read before I go to bed. Vanessa, I won't buy ebooks from Amazon. Fair. Vanessa, also loving Calibrate was being serious. Oh, okay. It lets me remove the DRM from books so I can read them all with the same reader. When I have books scattered across places, I won't read them. Oh yeah, me too. That's why I just do on Kindle because I have to have them in one place. I agree with the one place thing. Zwank, thanks for Sprint. See you tomorrow. Absolutely. And we'll be good tomorrow. Right? We'll be catched up on the stupid time change thing. Vanessa says, hey to Mel, and thanks for sprints, y'all. Jean says, I was going to buy an ebook, but was $22 way too expensive. Wow. Yeah, that's an expensive ebook. Mel says, yes, I'll be sprinting again this Saturday. I'm also a co-host for Atia's Read Your Library Readathon next month. Ooh, that sounds fun. Lindsay says, I'll try to remember you're an hour earlier for me tomorrow. Yes, come join us, Lindsay. And Vanessa, and yes, I agree about the new display of Y2 vids. I hate they look away the easy ability to... I hate that they took away the easy ability to see who's live. Yeah, me too. Yes. That's really, really frustrating. And Ren, I hate that we can't see who is live on the sidebar anymore. Exactly. So we all hate this. Is there any way we can complain to YouTube? I wish that existed. And Jean, I don't understand why YouTube had me review Lindsay about the being an hour earlier. Bots are weird. And Mel says, hey to Vanessa. Jean says, Kobo works the library only here in Canada. Yeah, Kobo. Actually, that's why I don't have... All of our ebooks are in Kindle Unlimited for now. I'm taking them off because I want to sell them physically. You remember the little books I want to print and stuff? They have to get off of Kindle Unlimited first. But the problem is most of the money we make is Kindle Unlimited. So it's really hard to make that decision. But all of my Canada authors, they're not on Kindle Unlimited, so I can make sure they're on Kobo too. Since Canada is so Kobo heavy. And Zwank says, I just bought I Medusa for $2 on Google Books. First time using the app. Ooh, Zwank's like, oh, look what you did, Vanessa. And Mel says, I came at the tail end of your sprints, but I still love seeing your lovely faces. Have a wonderful day, guys. Absolutely. It was good seeing you too. And I guess that's it. Do you have any last words, Alicia?
I can't think of anything. I mean, we'll have 100 Pages Book Club on Wednesday. At some point, I'll feel better to film and upload my videos. So those are going to be like a week behind now. And I think that's it for now.
Nice. Well, I am going to go make my yummy sandwich and read my physical book. Thank you, Spinner Wheel. All right. I will see y'all tomorrow where I will be less chatty, I promise. All right. See you then.